It's hot here. It's way too hot in here.
And welcome back, guys, to another edition of Not Another Serious Podcast. I'm Adam B, here with Nick B and Owen Emmy for another recap of BB19. How are you both doing today? Let's start with
You're gonna go over there.
Nolan.
Why did I get my full last name and you guys just got B?
I said Nolan E.
No, you said Emmy.
Watch the footage.
We can watch the footage back. I'm
All
almost
right, well,
positive.
I asked how you were. Now you lost your opportunity.
Can I say how I was?
No,
I have a really
I don't care.
fun story to tell.
What's the fun story?
So, when I was in 6th grade, I just got to get this off my chest. When I was in 6th grade, I had a teacher and I cheated on a test and he got fired because of it.
That was, and sadly, that is a very true story.
It's a longer story than that.
Another time, another podcast, another day. So let's start with the Sunday episode of Big Brother, which is the nomination episode. What are you giggling about?
Nick never got an opportunity to explain how his
Because I don't
day
really
was.
care.
Well,
How
I
Nick
don't.
is.
I don't care either way, to be honest.
Nick does have a beard. Show that beard.
Oh,
off.
shut the. You like nitpick people. That's what you do. You
Look at
nitpick.
this.
I literally said
No
you
one's
have-
got more facial
But I
hair
said
than he's
you have-
ever
But I
had.
said you have a beard. You
That
said
is
you
true.
nitpick people. How does that nitpicking? If I said you have a beard,
Yeah, Adam got a new haircut, everybody.
you're not nitpicking me. You're calling something out that happened.
Oh well, someone needs to get his definitions
I
right.
think your beard looks voluptuous.
I didn't say it was bad. I just didn't because the beard.
Sure, we all know your intent.
I honestly hope you both die. Okay, so let's start with the speaking of death, Maven's Big Brother career. No, but Nick, start with the big. I was gonna start with the big episode. Start with tonight's episode, and let's get into the recap.
First of all, it was not a big episode. It was small at best. And it started with the HOH comp. And I'm going to go through this very quickly. Kevin gets out. Matt gets out. Josh gets out. Paul throws it. Raven gets out. Okay. And then this is going to be one of Nolan's many favorite parts of the episode, where it's only Jason and Alex left in the HOH comp. By the way, guys, I want to clarify. I'm going to go through this quick, and then we'll get to some crazy discussions. So, Jason and Alex are on their little hot dogs in the HOH comp, and they start discussing deals, which when you're there with your well-known ride or die, you just don't do. So, Nolan, how do we feel about this?
Now, this is the beginning of the episode. I know a lot of if some new people are watching this,
No.
what's happening on this episode? Let's see what these nice young boys have to say. I apologize because this has been on my chest since I watched the episode, and I've been dying to say it. This was the most absurd, childish, ridiculous, annoying, every derogatory adjective that can explain this one circumstance.
Oh my God.
I fucking hate Alex. I don't hate Jason as a person. I think Jason is playing up a character, as I said in past episodes, but this is the annoying Jason being a character. Like, look, guys, I'm a rodeo clown, huh? This is the most ridiculous thing. If I was Matt, and I kind of am happy that Matt got involved and said, come on, guys, what are you doing here? It was just childish. It was just intolerable to watch. And if any single one person in America likes Alex and Jason after that display, you have to get your priorities straight. I don't understand how you can like those people. They're just horrible human beings. They take everything as a joke. They don't realize that all these people are playing just because they're in a good spot in the house. Everyone else is playing for $500,000 too. Just because they got lucky enough to be in a spot where they can potentially win this game doesn't mean that you have to shit on everyone's fucking throat. Matt and Raven are potentially going home this weekend. These people, as much as I really don't like them either, but these poor people, okay, they won. Now take your win and go home. I don't understand why they were fighting. I want to win. No, I want to. I think Alex wanted to win because she wants to build her HOH portfolio, and I think Jason wanted to win because he just Jason's just Jason. But I don't understand if I'm in the house, I'm jumping off as soon as my ride or die and me. I'm just okay, I'll take it. I'll compete next week for HOH.
Absolutely.
Take your chance. You don't know what can change in a week. Just because you have power this week doesn't mean you could have power next week.
Right.
And I just hated it. I'm sorry.
No, this was one of the dumbest things they could do. So what Nolan, you're basically saying is that if you're up in the HOH competition, it's endurance, and the last person is you and your best friend in the house, you don't make a big spectacle. You don't throw in other people's faces that one of you is winning. They said they were doing that to try to elude people to think that they were not working together as close as they are. The whole house knows.
Yeah.
Derek came in the house and said, okay, Jason and Alex, you guys are partners. He said it. If he says it, and that's somebody from America watching, Everyone else knows that they're 100% aligned during this game together. It's the biggest piece of shit that they want to disrespect everyone like that and act like they're not. Like everyone's that dumb. Yes, we're in a house full of complete utter morons, but they're not that dumb. And it was good to see some spunk from Matt, who's done shit all summer long. It was finally great to see him get angry at something, and I think we're going to see a lot more of him getting angry this week, which I'm going to thoroughly enjoy.
Okay, something that really bothered me about this little Jason and Alex deliberation was that Alex had the audacity in front of the entire house to ask for a jury vote. What? First of all, that paints a target more on her back and shows how clueless she is in this game. If you're going to blatantly, in front of everyone, ask for a jury vote, you might as well say, hey, get me out before Final 3. Like if someone, and if, let's say Jason said, fine, you get my jury vote, that paints even more of a target on her back. That's just dumb gameplay. It shows that she does not know this show or get this show, and she definitely doesn't understand how to get from point A to point B, which is the Final 3. All right, let's move on, right?
Yeah, I think we've shit on them enough. Like, these are the worst house kits in the history of Big Brother. Like, I'm so disappointed. I understand if nobody wants to listen to us even talk about them. That's how bad they are.
Okay, so Alex falls. She gives it to Jason. Jason wins the HOH. Then we get a Matt quote that really disturbed the crap out of me. Matt goes, I just hope that Jason makes a big move and goes after Kevin this week. What? Big move and Kevin don't listen. I like Kevin as a person. I think he's a great character in comparison to the rest of the house guests. However, getting Kevin out a lone wolf in this game, pretty much whose allies are already turning on him, should never be considered a big move. And that proves that Matt, along with Alex and Jason, are added to our list of people who don't know what the hell Big Brother is. They're so lucky they got this far, and it pains me to watch at this point.
It's crazy when you're like, right now I'm like, wow, like Josh is like a good moral compass in the house. Like I'm rooting for Josh. And that's just shows how sad the rest of the people are. Like I don't think Jason's a bad person. Matt has shown he's a good person outside of the game. But in the game they're just clueless and they have no idea what's going on. And okay, and so then Alex, they get off the competition and Alex said she had a brain fart too with the vote. What was that about?
Yeah, we'll get to that. Want me to get to that now?
Well, that's what happened next. So
okay, so after that, well, first, right before that, Jason told Kevin that he was the vote. Jason established to Kevin that he's the vote. I did. He says, I didn't mean to do it, but I told Kevin. Then Jason admits to Alex that he told Kevin about the votes. Alex gets super pissed because she's already started to frame Kevin. So that's how that really went. So Jason, I don't know. I think that him telling Kevin wasn't a big deal. I don't think Kevin's going to spread it to anyone. And I think Alex overreacted and getting angry at Jason here. That's what I think. I don't know.
Alex overreacted again?
When she got angry at Jason for telling Kevin about the vote. It's crazy. It's like this big, weird vote love triangle.
Oh, when
Alex told Jason about the vote. I don't know. I don't think she'll react. I think that was dumb on his part. If they were going to pin it on Kevin like she wanted to, they're both being dumb here because he shouldn't have told anyone but Alex. They were the only two people that should have known. And then two, on top of that, she shouldn't have voted for Mark to stay.
Yeah.
She had a brain fart. This is Big Brother. Pay attention for 30 seconds. You can't use a brain fart as an excuse.
Alex is too concerned about giving her little DR shout outs. Like, shout out to William and Bob or whatever she says after everything. Then she has to just focus on the vote. Focus on who you're voting out and not your little post-vote shout outs that they do every single week, which really need to stop because they're annoying.
I just hate these people. They're really tough to like. And Jason seems like a fun guy, but just I hate these people outside the game because I don't know them. But just the way they're playing is very frustrating for Alex to want. They want to get Kevin out, and I feel like they're convincing themselves that that's the tougher thing to do when that's just the easy way out. If they're taking out Jason or not taking out Jason, if they're taking out Matt or Raven. They're breaking up this couple, and Raven's gonna flip shit if Matt goes home.
We'll see. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
I'm saying that's the tougher decision. It's not we'll see. It's when you're making it's either take out Matt or Raven, which splits up this power. Or there's not even a power couple, splits up a couple, or you take out Kevin, who's gonna be like, okay,
and also won't win anything. Like they're so concerned. Like that's the reason that we talked about this like early when we first started this podcast about the back door. How the back door is becoming like this like. I don't know, overused thing, but it's becoming just like the go-to at this point. Mm-hmm. Like this is like the situation where you don't really use like from Matt and Raven's standpoint, you should see that like I don't know the back door to get Kevin out, who hasn't won anything, hasn't even honestly like what's the closest he came to winning?
Nothing.
Why do you need to backdoor him?
I don't know.
Put him up.
Yeah, let him play.
If you want to get him out, you know what I mean? So. I don't know. I think using the backdoor, like maybe we should backdoor Kevin. Like, why backdoor him? If you want him out, throw him up.
All right, let's go to the next scene they did was that weird Raven talking scene, which, listen, let's be honest, it's kind of lazy at this point when they did the exact same scene with Clay 2 years ago.
Can I, Big Brother editing, since we're on the topic, they are getting very lazy. I agree with you. Dude, how many HOH comps or endurance comps have they done the same edit? Like when we first said it, when it first happened, have they done the same edit where
Kevin's talking
where it's like, I think I have to do a really good job. Oh, fall.
Yeah.
I think my strategy in this comp fall. Like they've been doing that all season. Like in the beginning, it was cool. It was like, oh wow, this is really funny. Like this is a good edit. Dude, use it one time. Like I guess as YouTubers, if you just keep doing the same type of things, like it gets old. But yeah, come on, Big Brother. I feel like it's just laziness at this point.
Stupid and lazy editing. Okay, so then we get to that Raven talking scene, which was kind of repetitive and boring, and not my favorite. But then we get to the Raven compulsive liar scene, potentially one of the best little side segments of the year, in my opinion. So I'm going to go over her lies. You guys are going to tell me what the hell you think about them. Okay, so first of all, she and her mom are both members of Mensa. Her GPA is dance. Her mom got struck by lightning. Her pacemaker gets shut off by metal detectors. She has an inverted spine. She needs surgery on her right knee. That's not too far-fetched. She stopped growing at the age of 13. Her mom holds the mile record in Arkansas, and she's also trained for the Olympics.
All right, slow down. Let's go over these a little more individually. So she's not in Mensa. First of all, what are the percentage that her and her mom are both in Mensa?
What do you mean percentage?
Like the percentage of any humans in Mensa.
I have no idea, but it's small.
Probably like 0.0001%. Like it is. The how many people are Mensa in the world? Nolan, could you Google this for us?
I'm actually Googling right now.
Fact check.
It's like percentage.
Arkansas long distance running records.
Yes. 50-yard dash.
No, that's already been proven wrong. It's 4 minutes. She said
it's 4 minutes. Yeah, I knew that was immediately not a thing because in women. All right, first of all, in women, this like. It's really, really like not even close. Like it's overall 4 minutes 41 seconds. That's like the record. But the fact that like the fact that she said what was the Mensa, like that is she's not a smart person.
No, she's
like
an idiot.
She didn't know what GPA meant.
Yeah, I think that was the best part when she goes he goes, what was your GPA in high school? And she goes, dance. If you're in Mensa, you should be sharp enough to know that, like, you should just be able to hear someone. You shouldn't just be like, oh, I'm a dance, like, you know what I mean? Like, Mensa, like, people in Mensa, like, aren't, like, they're very sharp, very quick. Like, you can't just be in Mensa and not know what a GPA is.
Right. Stupid, ridiculous, crazy. Something that also stuck out. Okay, the whole Paul this season in the DR has been really annoying. He's been too much. He's been someone that I've gotten, like, physically angry at while watching. But the inverted spine thing was pretty funny. Want to give that to Paul. Another thing that was kind of weird was that she trained for the Olympics. Hasn't she said numerous times in the house that she's too sick to do normal people things? However, now she's doing superhuman thing. Like there's some like when she. All right, can I ask you guys something crazy? What do you think when she gets out of the house? There's going to be some ridiculous backlash. How is Raven gonna? Is she gonna say that? No, I was telling the truth, or is she gonna say I was a liar?
I think they're gonna try to prove it. They're going to try to prove some things. I think she'll prove a couple things, like stupid things, like, oh, I was a fan of Paul's band. Look at this picture. Because there was that picture.
That was fine.
They might prove something stupid, like, oh, I need surgery on my knee. Yes, I do.
She probably does.
Just like when she first originally started getting the backlash of people online questioning if she actually had the illness. I forget the name of it. What is it?
Gastroparesis, my boy.
Yeah. Gastroparesis, if and like they got the doctor to come on and say yes she does, she has 2 years to live, whatever. She's not going to prove that her mom got struck by lightning. She's not going to prove she has an inverted spine, or if she does, then she probably just worded it wrong, and she probably has scoliosis, maybe.
What if she's all right? What if this is gonna sound fucked up? What if this whole time she like has a really bad case of acid reflux, but since they're in Arkansas and the doctors might not be the best there, she doesn't know. Chances that's true?
No, I think she has gastroparesis. Like she's not lying about that. Like I just think that all these other things are just her insecurity of she's going through. She has a pretty shitty illness, and I think it's an insecurity of her wanting to be the center of attention, and based on the fact that she doesn't know what her future is going to hold. At the same time, I think she overrates everything and overrates how sick she is, maybe. And of course, it sucks. People on Reddit have posted numerous times to r-dash Big Brother that they have it. And it really does suck.
The real disease fucking is terrible.
But it is the real disease. She has the real disease.
I know, but people listen. I made a joke, but people online are like kind of like discrediting that it's a really difficult thing to
Yeah,
go through.
so, like-
So we should clarify that sucks. The rest of these lies are ridiculous.
Yeah.
The percentage chance that any of these are true.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one or two. I don't know. Like, she likes Paul's band. That's true. She wasn't lying about that.
That's not really even on the list, though, because that was just Paul. What I think that was is Paul bluffing, not blushing, because he don't want Christmas to know that they knew each other before the show. He lied on top of that.
No. Well,
Does he know? He knows.
Yeah, he knows they met. She told Matt, and he told Matt or something.
I just think that, like, her car could have got hit by lightning. Like, we don't know, like, what she really meant by that. I do think she's lying, but, like, Caleb told a bunch of lies, and nobody ever said shit to him. He never even had to address it years ago.
Caleb had the gods edit though. Like,
But
he was a
yeah,
creepy
yeah.
stalker, and he somehow came out of the house somewhat like
You have to
casuals.
remember, people on the internet don't like Raven, so they're going to be more eager to jump down her throat. But I think looking at the facts and the reason why it seems so unbelievable is because the percent chance that her mom got struck by lightning but is still a member of Mensa and holds the record for women mile in Arkansas is just, if you get struck by lightning, there's serious health repercussions and
it's not
just like you get struck by lightning and shake it off and you could still run a 4-minute mile and
I think she ran the mile before though.
You
Yeah.
don't really die if you got struck by lightning.
No, some people live. Raven's mom's
some people
supernatural.
live, but again, there is
What are the odds
there's
that you, like,
side
live,
effects.
though? Like,
It's a very, very first of all, it's
Random.
very rare to get struck by lightning. That's why the expression "struck by lightning" being so rare. You know what I mean? But
Sorry, I didn't mean to clap.
I don't know, man. It's just unbelievable. I'm not saying that it couldn't all be
it
true.
didn't happen. We can move on.
I don't think any of it's not true, but I think the chance that everything that she says is true is very, very not in her favor.
Oh, she's a young, insecure girl who
Yeah.
wants attention.
Okay, cool.
That's what it comes down to. And I think, like, you know what? It's funny, but, like, to me, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's sad. It sucks. Poor Raven. She'll have a lot to deal with after the show. Wish her well. Next we get to the Tree of Temptation, which they've all talked about. We're not going to grab any more apples from the tree. So them editing this in is just kind of fluff. None of them took it. Matt and Raven said it'd be bad for their game when in reality they don't realize that it might be the only thing to help their game. They didn't take it. Then we get a really cool scene, one of my favorite moments of the episode, where Josh and Christmas talk about how Paul is getting close with Jason and Alex. They're finally being observant. And what that makes me feel is that, okay, these people actually are thinking that Paul's maybe playing them. That's great. We need that in the game, right?
Yes, I think that the fact that people are finally, because
Well,
it's crunch time.
2 people.
It's crunch time. It's crunch time, and this is, hopefully we're seeing a flash of, like, a little bit of Big Brother, something we really haven't gotten all season. But with the exception of Paul, because Paul is playing Big Brother, he's really playing the game well. But it's hopefully it's shadows of or
What we're gonna get.
shades of what we're gonna get in the future. Of eventually there has to be a breakdown, right? There's gonna have to be a time where people are like, wait a minute, I don't like what's happening.
No, I don't think it's going to be final 3. We're going to see Josh and Christmas do their best to take up Paul. He's going to win the final HOH. Christmas will go home. It'll be Josh against Paul. Paul will probably win.
Well, no, my ideal final 3 is all right. So I've given this some thought, and I think that unfortunately Paul's not going to go before final 3. There's a very, very, very small chance that he goes prior to final 3. I hope he goes to final 3 with Josh and Christmas, and Josh takes him out at final 3. Josh somehow wins that really crapshoot when they're on the wave or whatever the hell it's called, and he answers the questions right somehow. He stabs Paul in the back, takes Christmas to final 2. And Josh is your winner of BB19 because I feel like that's a perfect representation of this season. Sucked a lot, hated it a lot, but he did what we needed him to do in getting Paul.
It'd be a perfect E2 Brute moment.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paul. You were the biggest threat. I got you out. And I just Paul would kill Paul.
Livid.
Can we also, but while we're on the topic of Josh and Christmas and Paul, can we just, when they were in the bathroom, Christmas, Paul, and just Christmas and Josh were in the bathroom, when Josh said, and this was, I feel like my mom said this when we were watching it, and we were watching it, he goes, I feel like you're really doubting Paul. He's a smart guy. You're doubting him right now. And she's like, what is this, like treason? Like you're what are you, turning on the king? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, are you like being like, this is blasphemous, Like it just goes to show that these people are still brainwashed. And I don't think that we're going to see a huge go against Paul move anytime soon, if it's even going to happen.
Raven would never do it. Jason Alex would never do it. Kevin has no idea what to do. And Josh and Christmas will only do it at Final 3.
Yeah.
Like it's legitimately insane how he's had these has everyone thinking he's their third.
But that just goes. Doesn't that just go to show how good he's playing the game?
Yeah, but he's also like you gotta give him credit.
Yeah.
And if he wins, there's an asterisk because he's the only vet in the house. He has experience.
No, he's not. No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
Well, is there an
No,
asterisk because he got the first 4 weeks of safety?
Well, okay. Let's look at other twists that have helped people. Is there an asterisk next to Evil Dick's name because Evil Dick got America that literally saved him 2 or 3
one of the top
times?
winners.
But it doesn't matter. Is there an asterisk next to his name? It doesn't matter.
I
if
don't
he's
think
a
there's
top
an
winner.
asterisk, but there is like a little bit of a. But he did get the first 4 weeks. There, like, what happens if he didn't get the friendship race? It's like a solidified 8 people in the house.
He would
to
have been
like
fine.
him.
He would have been fine either way. I'm telling you, he wouldn't have got out the first 4 weeks. Also, what about Jordan Lloyd, who Jeff got the coup d'etat? There's been twists that have saved people in this game,
Yeah.
right?
No, there have been.
Rachel got. Wait a minute. Rachel literally got production to hand her a victory in
and
season
who
13.
says that Rachel's a terrible winner?
People don't say
But
that.
I do, and because she did get a hand to her. To me, Paul, I don't think the safety has anything to do with it. Paul was safe no matter what. If he didn't have safety, the house was keeping him. That doesn't matter at all to me. To me, it's the fact that he was a vet, and you don't understand how. And Paul even said in the beginning, he's like, "This game is so much different when you play once. Just a little struggle every day that you understand when you first play. Then now he's prepared for.
But he's not just a vet. He was America's favorite vet. If he wasn't in the final 2, he would have won America's favorite. He was America's favorite. He had all his gimmicks. He had all the flashiness.
Yeah.
He was the big brother player. He was the golden boy. He came into the house with half of the people wanting fame. Most of them already establishing, I just want a bigger, like, you know what I mean? Like the Elenas of the world.
the dummies of the house.
So is that why there's an asterisk? Could there be an asterisk because of that? Like, because
No, because it's not his fault who they casted, right?
But no, and I agree. But to me, it's way more important that he's the only vet in a house full of newbies. Every season that Survivor's done, vets and newbies combined, a vet has won. There's never been a season where newbies beat a vet, and I think that's saying
A
something.
vet lost
True.
in season 6.
What?
A vet lost in season
okay.
6. Nobody's gonna get it. Want to move on?
Yeah, but I in my opinion, I don't think there's an asterisk, but I think I think there's an argument to be made. I don't think there's an asterisk just because he still played a phenomenal game.
Is it as important? As impressive as a newbie beating newbies? No, it's
No.
not at all.
It's not as impressive, but it's also like I always go back to the thing. If a pitcher throws a perfect game against the worst team in the league, it's still a perfect game. He still goes down in the history books.
I agree, but I feel like there's so many other factors with sports. Like there could be some rookies, some vets. Like this is one vet in all rookies. There's all these people like we don't know how to play Big Brother in this.
But still, it took him to throw it. It took him to throw the first
No,
game.
it's
He
impressive.
still had to throw
Dude,
the
I'm
pitches.
putting him in the first.
Yeah,
top
they
5
rolled the
winners.
ball to him, but he still had to pick it up. You know.
It's tough because like we're always like, oh, Derek had it easy, but like this puts him on the same level, and it's annoying me. Okay,
No, he's not on the same level as Derek. He's if any at best he's number 4 if he wins.
okay.
Yeah.
At best, because then he's first and second, which you got to give him credit for. On top of, and then he played a season with vets, and he came in second place, and he was 1 vote away from winning. And if he wins this whole season, he did play a Derek game, but he had experience. So he's
Yeah,
not saying-
I also saw a comment on one of our old videos when we talked about how I think you just touched on it very quickly, and you said, I think if Paul wins the season, he's still top 5. I agree with that. There was a comment before in that comment section that I just want to touch on now that we're on the topic, saying I don't think Paul in top 5, that's laughable or something like that.
Yeah.
You can't, if someone comes in first and second, it's not 2 seasons, and 1 season comes in second,
Yep.
should have come in first,
Yeah.
and second season comes in first. How the fuck do you not put that in top 5?
Come on, man.
Unless they
Like
were
at
like,
that point, you just said Paul hater.
You put Vanessa Russo in the top. People put her in the top 5, and she finished in 3rd and never won.
Oh.
Rachel, people put in the top 5, which is absurd in my opinion. She finished 9th, 8th, and then she won because the production hand also
Mhm.
handed her a crazy twist at the end of the game.
however, listen, just a little devil's advocate with the Rachel thing. I know I said the same thing. However, a lot of people argue she would have won that veto anyway, even though it was a double veto and saved Jordan. She would have won the veto anyway. She still won out.
Double veto. Let's give it. But Nick, she also loses an ally there, loses somebody.
True.
They got out Jordan over Rachel.
Yeah, true.
Because they thought Jordan had a better chance to win. So without her the target there, she loses that their final 4 POV and she goes home.
Imagine how bad Big Brother gets if Jordan Lloyd wins twice. She's the only 2-time winner. All right, let's
I
keep
would
going.
stop watching at that point.
Okay, so Kevin, they then had this little thing where Kevin's talking to Jason, and Paul comes up and Jason says, Kevin's starting to annoy me. Now, this is foreshadowing for anyone who watches the live feeds. They know that Kevin's really pissing everyone off. Now, is this them just isolating someone, or is this Kevin actually being annoying? I don't think it is.
Kevin has not changed since day one, in my opinion. It's like when you hang out with someone so much, you learn their little quirks and everything about them annoys you. But they're like, screw Kevin. Kevin, we want this. Since Alex does this thing where she wants Kevin out, she's just being a jerk to him, and they're all like, oh, Kevin's kind of a jerk. It's kind of like monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah. All right. So that's what happened then. And then we get to the beautiful nom ceremony where Maven get up there and Jason gives a speech saying, oh, the house has a bigger plan. And like Kevin knows about this speech and they cut to him looking a little worried when in reality he knew exactly what was going on. Who are you guys hoping? Well, this is pre-spoilers. Who are you guys hoping wins the how do you expect want the noms to be, at the end of the week? I want it to be Maven.
Yeah.
Me too.
If Kevin goes home, it's boring. If Matt and Raven go up and one of them goes home, Raven's going to have a goddamn meltdown. And finally, I want to see Matt get angry more. I want to see him flip out. I don't want to see this guy who's like, I'm the biggest loser. Isn't that funny?
You want to see him sweaty and oily?
No, I just want to get pissed, man. I'm sick of these people just all going with the flow. Like, well, is Paul safe? Does Paul want us to go upstairs? No, Paul's the reason you're going home this week, you dumbass. Now say something about it and call him out and paint a target on his back.
I agree. I think that I would like to see Maven get split up just because I want that little bit of drama. We've had enough drama this season, but I just don't want to see Kevin go home because that's how the pecking order's been. It's just let's get everyone out who just isn't with one of us. You know what I mean? So Kevin would be the easy, like it would just go along with the whole flow of like Cody, Elena, Mark, they weren't with us. So now guess what? Who else isn't with us? Kevin's not with us. He's by himself. Let's get him out just because he has nobody here to defend him. So I want to see Kevin a couple more weeks. I want to, because if they get Matt out this week, obviously next week they get out Raven because Raven would be having a mental breakdown, I think. I think she would go home. I think they get her out next. I think, I don't know. I think that she would just blow up and go crazy on people and fucking fight with everyone. And I think they would just be like, let's get her out.
I think Paul will save her because he wants to go the fight down with her. He wants Raven in the final four.
4, not 3, though.
I thought he said he wanted Josh and.
He wants Josh and Christmas in his final.
Are you sure he doesn't want? Because recently he said Josh and Raven.
Really?
He said no. I don't know if it was by himself, but I swear to God he said I want Raven in the Josh or Christmas and Raven in the final 3 because Raven sucks the competitions. And he even said Paul said recently he's like nobody's just gonna hand Raven the money. It's disgracing the game. Like just giving it to someone because they need it.
No,
like they're not gonna do that. So I think Raven's a good person to go to the end with because the jury's gonna hate her.
If I was in the house, I wouldn't go to the end with Raven. I would not want to take Raven. I would take someone like Matt.
Yeah. See, here's the thing about Big Brother.
Yeah, Raven. I wouldn't want to risk that.
Stereotype. It's a stereotype in the house. They think Matt's a strong dude. They think that he has a better chance of winning just because of the stereotype that guys always beat girls in the final 2. That's just how it's been in Big Brother. Now, if Raven and Matt do, they're not going to get to the final 2. But if they did, God, I think they'd give it to Raven because they'd say, you both did nothing. You need it more.
I would be petrified to go to the end with Raven just because.
You think the sympathy book?
Yeah, you don't. When you're in the house, from outside the house, it's easy to say. Inside the house, you have no idea how people like. Dude, Raven, she's sick. She needs the money. She's expressed how much she needs the money.
Yeah. People
in the jury want to be cool and like want to be famous and want people to be like, wow, what a good thing for them to do. So I would be petrified to take Raven because I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to go up against someone like that. I would want to go up against like a Matt or a Kevin who really did nothing, and I can make a case against. Like, guys, really look at who I'm up against. Someone like Paul should beat everyone.
Yeah,
it should beat everyone. But the fact that I'm even in my head a little bit like if he goes against Raven might get 1 or 2 votes. That's ridiculous, and that's a disgrace to the game, and that's why I would. But that's another reason why I'd be petrified to go with her because weirder things have happened.
Yeah. Also, I mean, in my humble opinion, the only people that have a chance of winning this game are Josh, Paul, Jason, Alex. Mm-hmm. Only 4, unless the other 2 get any of the other 4 go against each other. I think the only people with a fighting chance, Josh is on the cusp, maybe not. Jason and Alex are going to get taken out, so it doesn't matter. However, they have a chance, and Paul obviously. I think Christmas at the end of the day they're going to be like, she cannot
Christmas
play.
Christmas has no shot. I mean, I just say that because I know what I would say against her, and I think it would be good enough.
Right,
dude. And the fact that Josh acknowledged that today. He acknowledged that in the HOH competition. He's like, so Christmas can't compete in the competition, so that means that me and Paul have to drag her once again. You know what I mean? He acknowledged the fact that they got to drag her. Yeah. She's dead weight at this point. They're just dragging her along to the end. No pun intended. But the fact that he acknowledged that it means that he is woke enough to know that to know that. Come on, guys, like she's nothing.
She
You know what I mean?
sucks.
Yeah.
Dude, Christmas is the biggest person in this house that's gonna come out and be like, "Oh my god, nobody respected my game. People didn't look at me as a physical threat."
Oh, she's gonna be mad about that.
It's gonna hurt her because she tries to be this inspirational, like be a badass on Instagram, and she's just a bitch. You know what I'm saying? There's a big difference. To me, a badass is someone who doesn't take shit from people, but doesn't give a shit to people for no reason.
Yeah.
A bitch is someone who gives shit to people for no reason. And Christmas, I'm sorry, that's just all I'm getting from her. Like, she's just mean, and I'll just never respect I'll fall on my sword for Paul. Like, this is Big Brothers. You shouldn't do that. Like, it's insane. And I'm really excited to see the winner of Big Brother 19, Josh Martinez, at the end of the season.
Oh, imagine. All right, so you guys want to get the questions?
Sure. Okay. Right here, Aurelie asks, "Do you think Paul is going to throw the next HOH comp?" He should.
He should throw the final three.
He should throw every
the final
competition
three.
from now on. I mean, I think that's just like a gimme.
He could win Final Four too.
Yeah, Final Four.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul, you're listening, buddy. Pal,
He's like,
bud,
I got the friendship, telekinesis.
Friggin'
That's
throw
just mind reading.
throw the Final Four, bud. All right, what's next?
Okay, next question. We'll ask questions right now. We're just taking a couple
Sorry.
questions, but like, anyway,
You can just read
if Kevin wins HOH, Raven could go home. Everyone, that was more of a statement. Thank you, Chris, for the statement.
wait. Okay, Chris said if Kevin wins HOH, Raven goes home, right? That's what you said. If Kevin wins HOH, do you guys think that Raven's his number one target because he's going to be like, oh, they all wanted me to go for?
Yes.
Yeah.
But isn't he just shooting himself in the foot at that
What
point?
if he went after Alex?
Oh, please, if there's a God, he's going after Alex. My dream Kevin scenario is Kevin wins HOH and he puts up Alex and Paul. Knowing how that happens, okay, let me think of something more realistic. Okay, Kevin puts up Alex and Raven because he knows Alex is against him and the house decides to vote out Alex, which might happen. That would be amazing. Please, Kevin, if you're listening to this again, bud.
Can I just touch on something really quick about when Jason was talking at one point with Raven and like Paul, and they were talking about how Kevin was like, I had the best social game in the house.
Yeah.
And they were all like, dude, honestly, in my opinion, he does.
Not anymore though. If they can pick that out, I think
I'll give you a reason why. So there's three types of games: social game, strategic game, and physical game. Kevin has made it this far. He hasn't won a comp. He has no alliance. He's made it all on his social game. Jason, who is laughing at him, he made it on his strategic game. He has alliances. He won a couple.
Kevin does have an alliance though. Like I don't think you would say he has Jason as his number one ally, and that's what.
But he's made it. But he's made it almost solely on his social game. So you can't. For them laughing at his social game, that's ridiculous. Everyone in the house, up to a certain point, up until a couple weeks ago, everyone trusted him with everything, with their life. They would go to him for everything, life advice, social advice, game advice.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Everyone. He made it that far on his social game. I think he has one of the best social games in the house, hands down.
He doesn't anymore.
No, not anymore. But I also think it's like a cult mentality.
I don't think so, because you know why? I feel like he's made it this far because they know he sucks. Like the thing is, and I think if Kevin understood the game, he'd be a great player. He's just so like he literally went in the house and didn't know who the last season's winner was. I think from the get go, yeah, you could do that if Paul did it last year, right? He watched a little bit. Season. Kevin knew nothing about the game, so going in that blind is very tough to produce a good player. In the beginning, we're like, wow, like he knows what he's doing, and I think it's just because he's such a natural, likable human being that helped him out.
Isn't that his social game?
At the beginning, yeah.
Like, I feel like that was like 3 weeks in, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, yo, Kevin's kind of sketchy. Just because I feel like they associated with this mob guy, and they kind of put that onto him. They're like, well, why is he is he a cop? Is he this?
See,
because he's a little mysterious.
What they don't like about him, what he's doing that they hate, is that he asks 30 times, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
But also, I think that in comparison to everyone was fight up to a couple weeks ago when they got the last like Cody and Elena out up to the double eviction. The house was just all fighting, which means there was no real. It was all strategic and physical. They're like social game wise of just like literally just the bare bones like social aspect of the game of just people liking me, like the Hayden Moss minus his physical game because he did win comps. Like the Hayden Moss, just everyone in the house loves me. You know what I mean? They don't want to take me out because they just all love me. That's the social game.
I think that's Paul too. He just has.
No. Paul's an outlier. Yeah. Paul's in every aspect better than everyone in this house.
He's the best.
When I talk about in the house, Paul's light years ahead of everyone, and it's sad to say because he knows it. But
I mean, I guess out of the remaining duds, Kevin, up until a couple weeks ago, was playing a very good social game. I just think that he's dropped the ball recently. Yeah, enjoy.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to?
I don't think that he dropped the ball though. I think that it's a cult mentality, and they were nitpicking little things that
You're
he
probably
did.
right. Yeah.
Because, dude, when you're in that cult mentality like that with everyone's following Paul,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden it starts getting down to the nitty gritty like a couple weeks ago when his social game stopped being so good. It's because they were like, you know what? He's all of a sudden a target because we're not going to go against our friends.
Yeah.
Kevin's not really with us. He's kind of with us, but he's not really with us. Obviously, they're going to start nitpicking all of his little like social cues and shit that he does that's weird and creepy. And they're just using that against him at that point. But up to that point, when they started really pointing it out, he was fucking good. Like he never even got mentioned.
Yeah.
Has he even been nominated?
No, he's not. No.
In my opinion, I think there was no. That's all the point I'm trying to make. I'm not saying he's the best social game in the house. I'm just saying I was a little mad at the fact that they were all like laughing and giggling about how Kevin doesn't have a good social game.
But that's how this house works at this point. It's they while Kevin might be acting a little sketchy to them, they take a little thing and they blow it up because that's how in Big Brother it's the mom mentality. Oh my God, it's not us that we're making fun of. Let's pick on that random guy because it's none of us. We'll take it.
Agreed.
So they all accept it and they're like, let's just nitpick the shit out of Kevin.
And it sucks. I guess that's why everyone hates the season because that mob mentality is annoying.
Nobody has a mind for their own. And listen, I get it for those like Christmas and maybe even Josh. It's smart to just go along with that now. But for the people that get picked off in the 8, the 7, the 6, the 5 slot, it's so friggin' stupid. And those 4 or 5 that get picked out in that little area could just bond together and take Paul out now. They don't know what's happening. So, I mean, I guess it's easy to play backseat quarterback.
I just want to use whenever I hear Alex's name be spoken, I'm just so dude, she's a 29-year-old who walks around with a petty hat and cat ears. She can't go anywhere without those cat ears. You know what I mean? It's embarrassing, man. Like I just don't like her. Not even that. She's just annoying and she thinks that everyone loves her and she's so like quirky and like happy and like everyone loves me. Like I don't know. I just fucking hate her, man. Like I don't like her. Well, every season there's always one person that I hate and I feel like I just hate more and more because there's no one else to hate. Like I don't know, that hatred just grows in me. But I don't know. I just don't like Alex, man. If she goes to the end, I'll be really upset.
I don't think she has any shot at going to the end. 1. 2, I also think that it's the thing about Alex is that girl doesn't get that she's incredibly bossy. And the way she speaks to people is this, I know what the hell I'm talking about and you don't mentality. That's like, bro, like, dude, whatever the hell she says. Dude, you don't know, you don't know everything. She talks about how Paul is there just to help them get further. That's why he's like our guardian angel. That's why he's here. No, Paul's there to get more famous and win $500,000.
Yeah.
And I mean, he might be more famous now, but it's definitely not a positive fame at this point. And he has a considerable amount of haters. And 2, at Final 8, what is it? About 3 weeks until the season ends, he has as good of a shot to win the game as anyone ever has at Final 8. As Derek had, as way better than Steve Moses had, way better than Nicole had a year ago.
Oh, yeah.
He's ahead of everyone. All right, any more questions? Because we've been on this for a while.
So Sharina said this is more of a it's a question, but also I like. Do you like how everyone said they needed Paul to win HOH? And I think that's just a testament to how good his game is. That when it cuts to everyone in the diary room said, "I need Paul to win this. I need Paul to win this. I need." That just goes to show like this is a cakewalk. I feel like this is the truth is the writings on the wall. It's more of an obvious cakewalk than Derek Levasseur had at this point. Like Derek Levasseur at this point in the game, everyone was like Derek won. Like at this point, it's like Paul won. Like if Paul doesn't win, it's so like it's gonna be weird. Where's another question? Do you think Kevin will ever win something? Do you think up until he gets evicted, he'll win?
Kevin, the only shot he has to win is one of those like the shuffleboard random HOHs. Will he win that? Probably not. Kevin's like Enzo in competitions. If you remember, Enzo could not win anything to save his life. I think his first win was Final 5. Kevin's probably not going to get that far, and if he does, we'll be very lucky to see him win one.
But I could see there being a crapshoot that he wins.
Yeah, that's the only thing he can win.
Like I can honestly, like for some reason, like my instincts tell me he might win a POV randomly.
That'd be awesome.
Which would be cool because it would force them to get someone out of the house because eventually it's going to be Kevin, probably next week or something, or if this week he doesn't go home, next week if he wins a POV in there somewhere or get something happen like the temptation tree and he gets the second POV. I don't know. It'd be cool.
Is that actually a veto? Do we know what that is?
I don't know. It says second POV.
So
maybe there's
two
POV.
Yeah.
Do you think there's going to be 2 POV comps?
No, I think 2 win. The top 2. Like
okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right, if we're not getting a lot more questions, we can just sign off.
Okay.
So let me know if we are.
Do you think Paul is going to throw in? Oh, we already answered that.
Yeah, he will.
Yep.
Sure.
So
That's
that's
it.
about the end of the questions.
Cool. Let's sign out.
So should we wait? Should we just talk?
Please, Pete. It doesn't matter.
Okay. So thank you guys all for
Thank you,
who
thank you.
tuned in.
Tuned.
We have another episode. This is a Sunday episode. This was pretty simple to talk about. I
Yeah,
know it was
easy.
short, but Wednesday we're going to be back on talking about the POV competition and the final nominations, and then Thursday we'll be back with the big eviction episode, which is the fun
bread and
day,
butter.
fun day, bread and butter, and also we're going to try. If you guys aren't aware, we did a podcast with our friend Joey for YouTube. And we're going to try to get a couple more guests. We already have a couple people coming on into the studio.
Into the studs.
So we're going to try to get that happening. We also, down below, if you look into the description, there's our SoundCloud link. What we're going to start doing is just putting the YouTube straightforward, all the YouTube stuff on our SoundCloud. And if you want to find something Big Brother, since there's so many Big Brother episodes getting spit out, 3 a week. So you can come to the YouTube channel for that. That's just what the channel you're on right now. So
we were just gonna sign out without you.
Yep.
Oh wow!
Where
Wow.
are you,
I was in the
bathroom?
bathroom. Like, honestly, my earrings were like disgustingly dirty, and like I took them off, and like I guess I haven't cleaned them in a while, so like,
Oh.
I was like trying to like get
Nice.
disgusting.
So yeah,
Oh,
subscribe
God.
subscribe to Man Vlogs, which is the channel you're on right now. Just go down below, click the
Guys.
subscribe button, go and subscribe to our SoundCloud. I don't know, is it follow on SoundCloud?
Hmm.
Follow on SoundCloud. We have probably like 30 followers there. So if you could follow us on there, it'd be awesome.
Be
Um,
radical.
Adam, you want to
Okay.
sign us
Yeah,
out?
sign us out, big boy.
Bye bye.
We got to come up with like an intro outro. If you have intro and outro suggestions, go and comment below. So
See you guys. Bye bye.
we'll see you guys.
Bye bye.
No, it doesn't.